Welcome everyone, I am BRAD, and in this video I am going to be showing you how to take your G code and put it into CNC Motion and set up the machine so that you can mill out your part. What we're going to be doing today is a yo-yo. So we have a 2-inch radius or 2-inch diameter yo-yo, and I have designed a design for that. And here is my G code. And so I hand coded all this, and we'll take this and we'll put it into CNC Motion. So CNC Motion, it can actually open up a text file. So the first thing I'm going to do is save this as, I'm going to hit Save As. I'm going to put it in the same place it is already, but I'm going to change the type to a plain text file. And so I'm just going to give it the same name it already has. I'm going to hit Save. The default settings are fine. And then it turns out I need to close this file now for CNC Motion to actually open it. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, and I'm going to go into CNC Motion. My computer, I don't have an icon for that, so I'm going to go to CNC, and we have various options here, but CNC Motion for IntelliTech is what I want. And once this opens up, we'll see that we have a kind of our simulation environment. It shows the machine, the same one we have in the shop. Over here it shows our stock that we're actually going to mill. I don't know any way to make this look circular like the actual yo-yo piece would be, but that's fine. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make the stock the right size and set our 0 at the right place. So I'll go ahead and right click on that, hit setup. Our yo-yo is a 2-inch diameter, so we're going to go length of 2, width of 2. Now in CNC Motion, up or towards the rear of the machine is negative, and to the left is negative. And I want this tool, I want our 0 position to start right in the center. That's how we had it set up when we first programmed this. That's what we had chosen to be our 0. So I'm going to make my x-axis at -1 and my y also at -1. So make all those changes and it will create the new 3D model. I didn't change the Z at all, it's probably too thick, but we're just engraving the top, so it doesn't really matter. So let's open our code. So I'm going to go to Open. It always kind of defaults to that same menu, so I'm going to have to go through quite a few folders before I get there. But here we are. Here's the yo-yo program that I saved as a text file. You can see the icon looks different from the Word file version. I'll open that up, and there is the program. You actually can also just copy and paste all the code in. This program is short enough that that's actually a pretty viable option. I could have just copied and pasted it. But in this case, I didn't. Now, the background is gray right now, so I can't edit this at all. But if we go to edit, I can unlock it and the background will turn white. So if I wanted to come in here and change a line number, or if I found a value that was mistaken, I could go in there and edit that. For this particular operation, the program says we're using tool 1. So we're going to go into setup and we're going to look at, actually, I'm sorry, we're going to go to tool and we're going to go into the library and we're going to look at tool 1 and see if it's the right tool. And right now it's a 1/8 inch end mill, but I actually want a taper. The tool we're going to use is an engraving bit and it comes to a point. So I'm going to change that from an end mill to a tapered end mill. It's going to have 2 teeth. Our outer diameter, I think it's 1/8 of an inch, so we'll go with that again. We'll give it some kind of taper angle. It doesn't matter a whole lot for this. And then it comes to a point, so I'm just going to make that 0.01. And that should give us something that's pretty close to our actual tool. We're just simulating this to make sure the program works right. So it doesn't have to be exact, although obviously the closer you get, the closer the simulation will be to showing you what it'll really do. At this point, we're ready to run this. So right over here is the verify tool. And so we hit verify, and it'll run our program in simulation in this window over here. It'll say this is the program I want to do, so we're going to, verify that program. The first thing in my program was actually a tool change, so it's asking me to insert tool 1 now and press F5. So I'll do that, and this should start simulating and so I can see now this looks pretty good. This looks the way I want it to look. You can only navigate kind of by turning this around. So yeah, that pretty well looks like my logo. So I would say this program's good. I'm ready to save this and put it on a flash drive and take it up to the actual machine and run it. When we run it for real, it'll look much the same as it does right here. All right, thank you for watching, and that is it for this video.